This short, sweet little practice is gonna focus on keeping the shoulders strong and supple for you mamas that are walking around, holding babies, carrying babies, nursing babies, bottle feeding babies, doing anything where you might be in this kind of hunched, stooped posture. So let's go ahead, we'll start seated. Sit up nice and tall. Stack your ribs right over your hips, your shoulders right over your ribs. Soften or close the eyes. We'll start with a few breaths in and out through the nose. So drawing the breath in, letting the breath go. Now, if in and out through your nose isn't working for you, obviously employ your mouth. Use whatever works best for your body. And every time you exhale, think of letting the shoulders fall away from the ear. So we're not actively pressing the shoulders down and depressing the scapula. We're just letting the shoulders find a little bit of comfort and softness. And then open the eyes, walk the hands to the sides. Walk your left hand out to the left, reach the right arm up and over. And as we're here, find some stability through that left hand and really press out through the right side of the rib cage. Press, 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 and slowly lower the right hand. Reach the left arm up and over. Do the same thing. Press out through the left side of the rib cage. And then we'll teeter-totter a little bit. Left hand over, right arm swings up and over. Right hand down, left arm swings up and over. Just finding that range of motion in your arm, in your shoulder. It doesn't matter if the arm comes this far or if it comes to line up with your ear. Just working to feel the movement right now and breathe. Time your breath up with the movement. Good. So this next time we come over towards the left, we're going to take the right hand and sweep it around like we're going to touch the left. Now, if you want to ground your hand into something or plant your hand into something because it's more comfortable, grab that block. And try to twist through the mid-spine. So thoracic spine, rib cage up. Look over with your head, let your neck be comfortable, so it doesn't matter what direction your neck is turning right now. Take the right arm, sweep it up and over. Same thing with the left hand, reach it across. Good. And take a few breaths here. So we're just working on a twist. We're working on the thoracic spine. We're working on getting that shoulder wrapped around us, just moving the shoulder through a bunch of different range of motions today. Ranges of motion, pardon me. And then left hand up and over, right hand crosses the chest. So we're not twisting, we're just bringing that arm across, and you see this stretch often where you're pressing here. No press, we're just actively holding this. Take the right arm up and over, reach the left arm across the chest. And breathe. Don't hold your breath. Good. Slowly uncross. Take the block off your mat and set it at the front edge. So we'll be using it to walk that block back. And then we'll start hands and knees, shoulders over the wrists, knees right under the hips. And I want you to curl your toes. Try to find whatever your personal neutral is. So if you're tilting or tucking a lot, try to find some place right in between that. So maybe do a couple pelvic tilts and tucks and find a midline there for your body. And then trying to keep that midline, little stability through the abdominal musculature. So not bracing, just kind of giving a little bit of strength there. You should be still able to breathe. We'll start to do these little like walking planks. So you'll lower down onto your left forearm and then your right. Then you'll press your left hand back in and then your right. We'll start on the right side this time. Right forearm, left, right hand, left hand. One more time each side. Left forearm, left hand, right hand, right hand, right forearm, left hand, left hand. Good. And then we'll come a little bit forward of the shoulders with the hands. We'll rotate the eye of the elbow forward. We'll actively try to press or pull the heel of the hand off the mat. So inherently that gives a little bit of strength around the elbow. It should. And then slowly, trying to keep the eye of the elbow forward, we'll lower down. So we're trying to kind of press the elbow into the rib cage, but we're not doing it so much that the shoulder feels all of this rotation that causes pain. So do it to your best ability. Lower down and up and lower down and up. A couple more times, lower down and up and lower down and up. Grab that block, slide it back. So we're gonna make L's with the hands like this. And we're gonna wrap them on either side of the block. So the long edge is facing you. We're gonna come back up. We're gonna lower the elbows down, slide the hips back, squeeze into the block like we're pinching something, and lift the block towards the back. And slowly lower and come on up. Do that again. Sit back like you would in a child's pose. Lower the forearms, squeeze into the block, lift the block, and lower down. One more time. Up, hover the block, back, forearms lower, squeeze, lift the block. Good. And then slowly, staying low to the ground, untuck the toes, set all the way back into your biggest expression of child's pose, or that terminology is kind of funny, but however deep you can get into child's pose. Squeeze into the block with those L fingers and slide your chin forward. Notice what's happening to the rib cage here. A lot of times it starts to jut down and forward, kind of draw it up into the back. So we're not completely squeezing through the abdomen. We're just kind of rocking back and forth. If the elbows splay out a little bit, let them splay out. Don't try to control that so much that you cause pain through the shoulder. One more time. Come forward. And then slowly take the block off the mat. Walk the hands up. Walk the hands forward of the shoulder. Curl the toes. We're going to lift the shins. Just press into the hands. And you're going to slide back towards the heels and slide forward. Slide back, slide forward. Now if this hovering slide doesn't work, come back to just our child's pose or our all fours quadruped slide. Otherwise, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, hold this kind of angular hover, and then press the hips up and back. Find some version of a downward facing dog. So it doesn't matter what the heels are doing, it doesn't matter how deep the knees are bent. I just want those hands kind of grounded deeply into the mat, so pressing firmly, and then again, trying to lift the heel of the hand. It won't actually happen, but lifting the heel of the hand so that that area around the elbow engages. And slowly put the knees down, walk the hands forward, come into a kneeling plank. Good, and back into downward facing dog. So whatever version of a downward facing dog you have, deep knee bend, heel lifted, however you find that. Knees down, kneeling plank. One more time. Down dog, knees down, kneeling plank. We're going to end this quick little session with a couple of push-ups. So kneeling plank push-up, curl the toes, flatten the feet, whatever you want to do. We're going to let the elbows wing out 35 to 45 degrees. So they're going to leave away from the chest. We're not going to try to pinch them into the rib cage. We're slowly going to lower and try to let the hips and the chest touch at the same time. Obviously, that doesn't always work depending on where tissue lies, but we're doing our best. Pick up the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades, plant the hands, curl the toes, press back up into your kneeling plank. One more time, lower down, lift the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades, and slowly lower the hands, lay flat. If you want to turn over and do a more traditional Shavasana, feel free to do so. If you'd like to counteract all of that pushing work we just did, maybe go grab a band, do some pulling work. Feel free to keep moving or to take some rest. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.